Here is some breaking news. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about tonight with my lovely co-host here tonight is South Park. South Park. I saw this and I was like, hell yeah, some South Park news. So season 26 is about to begin, and they're being very vague about it. They're like, oh, it's going to happen in February. Thank you, South Park, for that February. But it's coming very soon. Like, it's not too far away, which is great. I love myself some South Park. I have a picture up here. I don't know if you can actually see it behind me. I've been watching South Park, and I think both these guys have too, since we were like in elementary school, which is funny to see that it's still going on 26 seasons later and can't stop, won't stop. No, it won't. So it was announced back in August of 2021 that Parker and Stone actually signed a new deal with Viacom CBS for $900 million running through 2027, which included a multi-season renewal of the animated comedy series at Comedy Central and 14 original South Park hour-long movies for Paramount Plus. And I saw this and I was like, yeah. And look, I mean, they didn't show shit. Of course they didn't show shit. They showed Butters getting like an anal probe. And he's like, oh boy, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You know? And they were like, South Park 26 coming soon. So I thought this was fun, though. I was excited to announce it for everybody out there. If you didn't know, it is coming back. And if you didn't know about that, they're going to be around for a long time. I mean, they have movies on HBO Max. They have movies on Paramount Plus. Plus, they have the original show on Comedy Central. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Mike, let's go to my co-host for this evening. Mike. Sorry, Jake. Jake's also a co-host. Good. Come on.
No, I'm a guest. I'll be all right.
Thanks, Jake.
So, Mike, my fellow co-host for this evening, what do you think about this when you hear this? Are you excited about a new season of South Park coming, or do you think that it's time for this to go away? You're like, why are they making more South Park? You're like, hell yeah, bring on the South Park. What do you think?
Maybe my ears are deceiving you. I think when you read that a moment ago, your brain literally rejected the concept that it was $900 million, and you said $900,000. This may not be true, but if so, then it's totally understandable, because that's $1 billion, Brian.
Yes.
I don't think any of us really have any kind of concept for how many zeros that is.
All the zeros. That's all the zeros.
That's a shit ton of money, man. Like, good for them, dude. Like, who gets these kind of deals? Like, that's a decade of being The Rock in Hollywood in terms of compensation. Like, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Will you show me? All I can see is that Ringo on the wall behind you. I don't see any South Park.
It is definitely Ringo.
He's got a Ringo.
Yeah, it's behind my guitar. So I don't know if you can actually see it before.
We can't even see your guitar. So yeah, I'm trying to think. So we've been watching South Park since it would have been like 8th grade, 7th grade, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
7th or 8th, yeah.
I haven't been following up with it for like the last decade or so. Oh yeah, there we got all the.
There it
it's
is.
like the Simpsons picture that has everything. Simpsons did it, right?
Coming on down to South Park, going to have myself a time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't followed up for a year, so I don't know if anything is ever, or for like a decade. I don't know if anything is ever going to be as shocking as it was.
Dude,
at that
I know,
point.
right?
The culture has completely shifted.
Yeah.
Dude, you have to go and watch the stuff on HBO Max if you haven't, or on Paramount Plus. They do the whole pandemic thing, and it's really kind of funny how they handle the pandemic, and they actually age them up and they become adults through the pandemic. So it's like now they're like old men, and they have an Alexa, but she's like an actual hologram that drives their cars and stuff like that. It's really fun how they play on how society changes. And, you know, because South Park always is about relevant information, you know, they're always playing off the news. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Playing off the news so they can sit on the fence and pretend that they're above it rather than, like, you know, sharing in human society. I guess that's cool.
Yeah.
I realized
they're walking on the top of the water.
I realized I wasn't live last time, so people couldn't see this. But now I'm live. I was just on you guys before. So the audience could actually see it out there. Yeah, that's the South Park picture in its own. But yeah, so they have a bunch of
since I'm going over you. I'm a co-host too. I have equal.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Take it away, Mike. Take it away.
So, Jake, I write you a $900 million check for your next 8 years of endeavor. What What do you think? What's your big cartoon project that you have ready to bring to the world?
Oh boy,
dude, I just pimped you out so hard. I'm fucking
900 million.
You don't have to answer
900 million. Can they be stick figures? Do I have to color them in?
That's a good
AGR.
idea.
Can I just do like just pencil, just graphite figures, and they walk around? And
I already wrote the check, man. It's
you already wrote it, so it's So I'm gonna go with like Teen Girl Squad from what was that? Homestarrunner.com. Do you remember that?
Before YouTube
was
Strong Bad. Strong
Bad, and like
great pull.
We can get into like the whole why the scroll button exists and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's where I would go with $900 billion.
That would be awesome. I'd be down to see that. It was a big idea back when we were in college. So I mean, it could do really well. I have a buddy that has a show called Pass the Sticks, and it's stick figures, but they have like real heads, and they've been working on that show for years. So hopefully eventually that sees the light of day. But that's what I thought about when you said stick figures. I'm like, oh, Pass the Sticks. Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. But yeah, South Park. So South Park has been around for a long time. So Jake, 900 million, you'd make that show. But are you excited that South Park is still going?
I'm indifferent on it, I suppose. Like Mike, I haven't really watched it in a long time. I think the last episode
Are you surprised?
Actually watched. No, I mean it's like The Simpsons. It's always going to be there until it's not. You know, like I don't think anybody's going to predict when either one of them ends. It's like if the Lions ever get to the Super Bowl, an asteroid's going to hit the Earth the night before. So I think that's what's going to end it. But
the thing is, 2027 at least, they're going until then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So South Park, cool. Everybody, it can't stop. I mean, $900 million. I mean, of course they're going to keep going. Can you imagine they started just cutting little paper pieces out and like animating it, and they had that little Santa special all the way today where Mr. Hanky is making millions. That's all I can say.
He is.
Howdy, everybody! Time to make some millions. What do you guys think about South Park? That's the question. Leave us some comments. And we're going to move on to our next story because we got a lot to talk about tonight, as always on Cruise Control.